And happy first day of spring, everybody. The live stream is back. It's March 20th, 2021. First day of spring in Toronto today. And we thought we'd come live to you with a very special broadcast. We're waiting for my neighbor Dale to get up to the studio, as we're going to be going live with him this afternoon with a neighborhood COVID-19 update. Is what he's bringing to the table today, and I will be there as host and moderator. But wanted to reach out and say hello to everybody. Great to see you today. As you know, we lost the live stream just under 2 weeks ago, and we're looking very forward to kicking off the next long-term live stream where we hope to hit 1,000 hours of straight streaming. So stay tuned for that. City is looking beautiful today. It's 9 degrees with clear skies. And I think I hear our neighbor Dale right now. Please stand by, everybody. All right, it's Saturday and it's the first day of spring. What are you saying, dude? You want to raise a glass?
Happy Easter, man. Happy spring.
Happy spring. So it comes officially today.
We got the weather for it for sure.
It's a very exciting day. We're going to have double-digit temperatures for the next 4. Ain't that right?
5.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Up in the ante. I love it, my friend.
14 for the next 5 days.
It's 9 degrees out right now. This is my neighbor Dale, and we're going live on a beautiful, dare I say it, spring afternoon. What are we doing today? We doing rent? We doing COVID?
We're doing a COVID report.
We're doing COVID.
COVID report. We're very
well. So what's going on? What's going on? What's going on in the COVID wars?
We're at a very decisive turning point now.
Is that right?
In the campaign, and we got the third wave of COVID pandemic, based on the dominance of the new variants.
So what are we saying? Is that universally agreed upon?
Yeah, everybody's admitted to it. All the experts have agreed we're in a third wave.
What constitutes a wave? What are there signs that need to happen? And then
the case count.
Yep.
Significant increase in the case count.
What's significant?
Well, we're averaging now about every day. Let's see. I got the numbers here.
All right.
We're averaging.
What do we got there?
7-day average 1,530 in 32.
Okay.
And that's it's the highest since February 1st.
Okay.
We got 1,800 cases today in the province and 593 in the city of Toronto.
How are the deaths? How are we doing?
Well, the deaths have declined, but they're still significant.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing is, now
vaccine rollout is increasing, but
yeah, the vaccines don't work.
We're still behind.
The vaccines don't. Yeah, we're still behind. We're way behind the U.S., U.K., and Israel. And the problem as well is that the vaccines don't work as well against the variants.
So have you been to any of the local pharmacies to see what their supply is and to see how their rollout's been?
You can get shots right now. I've talked to young people in their 40s.
Yeah. Where did they
just
go?
Walked into the local pharmacy and got a shot. Right. So
how are they able to do that? What do you know any details of the conversation?
Well, it's one of the programs the government ran. Is they set up a couple of hundred pharmacies with the abilities with the powers to administer the shots.
Sure. I've spoken to a few people in our neighborhood, and they have gone to.
But that's not the mass program. That's like a secondary program. The mass program is the registering people 80 plus.
That's right.
So they haven't gotten very far with the vaccine campaign.
Right.
So the basic strategy is that by vaccinating everybody, right? We can forestall people getting sick in large numbers. But the problem is because the variants are taking hold now and the case count is increasing, they're losing the battle.
Sure.
Like even though they're vaccinating more people now, there's a lot more people as well getting sick. So that you can't win the battle that way.
So what do you think about the news that just came down late yesterday from the provincial government? It's
well, I think
there's changes in Toronto.
I think they sandbagged us. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. At the last minute, right? 6 o'clock.
Sure.
After a multi-hour cabinet debate, they suddenly make this announcement, and it's almost effective immediately.
Right.
So what's the big hurry? I mean, it's going to take most of these restaurants days and weeks to get going, right?
Do you think it might be because the weather forecast is so nice?
Listen, it's ridiculous. I think you know what it is. It's downright reckless behavior.
So tell me something.
In the face of this increase in the pandemic and sidewalk dining, well, in our patio or curbside dining or whatever they call outdoor dining, in our neighborhood, it's just outdoor drinking. We don't have outdoor dining.
A lot of drinking going on. I
can tell you for sure, those guys that are drinking, standing shoulder to shoulder on Bloor Street, not wearing masks, not social distancing. Those places on Bloor Street tonight will all be packed.
Let's check it out, and you guys check it out too. Anybody in the neighborhood, if you're walking by, take a look, see what's going on, make up your own mind. So a question I have for you, what was the average case count, say, in January when we were under mandatory stay-at-home order?
Mandatory in Toronto was around 900. So
we're having 900 back then, and there was a mandatory stay-at-home order. So right now, what did you say the average cases is right now?
It's almost, in Ontario was, in Toronto was like, hold on a second.
Did you say 1,700?
That was Ontario.
That was Ontario.
Oh, I don't think I had an average for Toronto. I had an average, 7-day average in the province is 1,532. So it was higher, it went down, and it's come up in February.
Okay, so when we were still under a mandatory stay-at-home order, we had lower cases. Now they're higher, and they've opened up.
Yeah. It makes no sense. And supposedly it's only for family members, right?
Right. We were.
How are they going to enforce that?
We were trying to find out
Ridiculous.
what time establishments are allowed to stay open until tonight.
Yeah, there's no information in the internet at all about that.
I think I heard a reporter saw a report and it said 9 p.m., but I'll have to double check that. Don't take that with a grain of salt, in other words.
Yeah, well, we remember what happened last summer during the lockdown when they had the riot on Bloor Street at 2 o'clock in the morning on one Saturday night with about 100 people.
Yeah,
which you were an eyewitness to.
Yeah, no, I mean, I live in the neighborhood. It's been a very interesting time, and my hope always is that everybody in the neighborhood can come together with consensus and respect. We got to meet in the middle. We got to put up with each other, but it can only go so far, obviously.
Yeah, I think they should wait till the end of at least till the winter's over, to introduce sidewalk dining and drinking. Tories wants to bring in the Cafe Toronto program May 1st. So, what's the need to do the sidewalk drinking before May 1st?
I'm not sure. I think there's probably a lot of pressure from the business community, rightly, on a day and a weekend like this where we're going to be getting such beautiful weather. I think it's almost like...
I understand where the pressure's coming from. I understand where the pressure's coming from.
People want it as well.
If we have to go into another lockdown, though, right?
Well,
that could happen.
So listen.
Might have to lock it all down in a couple of weeks.
So right now, it's only patio, right? It seemed evident. Let me know if you agree with me or not. It seems evident that last summer, when all people were doing was being outside, outdoors in parks, and on patios, the cases were low. That's right. Cases were down around 100 a day in Toronto. So
in the summer.
Is them opening up patios right now maybe not reckless because
the variant.
It's been proven. But you're saying the variant. Well, I guess we're going to find out,
the
right?
The adversary. You got to look at what the adversary's doing.
I know.
It's just like a sports match.
Sure.
You got to take the adversary into
Who's your money on?
Not that. Well, the adversary right now is winning because they're able to mutate so rapidly and so smartly and so successfully that they can figure a way to get into your cells. Get that spike protein right in there.
Somebody's got to give COVID a job, man. They are. It is good.
You got to take that into account.
Well, what do you say?
We should be closing the airport off too. Every day there's COVID cases. The news reports are consistent. Every day there's COVID cases coming in on the airlines into Toronto. Just ridiculous.
We want to know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Weigh in on the chat. We'd love to know what you think, guys. What do you want to do? You want to take a look at the...
Let Councillor know how you feel about it. Councillor Layton know about how you feel about this.
Absolutely. All of that stuff is readily available on the internet. You've got a right... I'd say it's a right that, to contact your local rep anytime that you need them. If you have a question, give them a shout. You can find all of that on the internet. Let's look at the city and take a quick break. You want to come back for another round?
How about an overtime session? Okay.
You want to go overtime? All right.
We'll go overtime.
All right.
I got some interesting stuff.
All right. Well, let's have a cheers. Let's raise a glass to the people.
Good.
We'll raise a glass to the people. And we'll be right back after this break, guys. Want to say good afternoon to all of our live viewers. Stick around. We're going to be right back after this quick break for Overtime with my neighbor Dale. You ready to rock?
I'm ready to go.
This guy's ready to go. Nice. You want to raise a glass?
Cheers.
Cheers to the hood, guys. This is going out to you. We're so happy you're here today. This is actually Dale's idea. He suggested a little My Neighbor Dale overtime. You got some more on the paper? The papiers? What do you got?
Yeah, I got an interesting news item last week. The Canadian
Take it away.
Canadian Conference of Catholic Bishops.
I'm going to sit back and relax.
Have advised members of their flock, of their very big flock, against taking the AstraZeneca or Johnson & Johnson jabs, vaccines. Right. They claim there's fetal
counterproductive
material used to make the virus, or in the creation of the vaccine, or the creation of the vaccine. So it just brings to mind the ugly reality of the government-funded Catholic school system we have in this province.
Well, a lot of questions about that. Obviously, it's a long-standing tradition.
And just to emphasize the point, nobody knows if this vaccine campaign is going to be successful. That is, if it will bring herd immunity before the fall.
It's still too early to tell.
Well, we're so far behind, and there's been so many problems with getting the vaccines, and also, there's a lot of negative sentiment about the AstraZeneca vaccine.
Yep, absolutely. So, do you think by September we're still going to be behind? Because
I don't.
There'll be other.
The point is, I think it's a mistake, and I've said from the start, the vaccine campaign should not be the strategy. The vaccine campaign is just a tactic to defeat the pandemic. The strategy's got to be the lockdowns, and the social distancing, and all the rest of it. The wearing masks, whatever hygiene methods must be taken in order to win this battle.
Hopefully the vaccine works, and then you won't have to do lockdowns.
Well, it doesn't. The problem is it doesn't stop you from catching the virus and passing it on. It just it pretty well ensures that you won't get seriously ill from it.
Sure.
But you can still transmit it. So there's no real immunity. And
we're going to find out
the topic for next time,
by the end of the summer.
The topic we can talk about next time will be immunity passports. That's the subject for a couple of weeks.
We're going deep. Well, we will talk about immunity passports and its impact on Bloorcourt.
Perhaps at our next meeting.
All right.
Or also we might have a housing report in a couple of weeks. We'll get the stats from the first quarter of the year about the condo sales.
What was going on? Give us a recap from last episode.
Well, we had an earlier telecast, a residential rent report back in January. At that time, the condo prices were actually declining.
Great episode.
The vacancies were dramatically increasing. Rents were declining. So the market was going in the right direction for tenants at that time. So it should be interesting to see when we get all the statistics for the first quarter, which will be out in the first week of March.
Right.
What the trends are.
So let me ask you a question. What is one thing that you realize now by virtue of the pandemic that you took for granted before? You miss it. You don't have access to it. You're not able to do it. Anything come to mind?
Yeah, socializing. Fun.
Socializing doing what?
No more. There's no fun. There's no fun.
So what's closed down? What's social? Where would you go to socialize?
There's no fun.
I know
because you can't get close to another person without a mask, and you can't even get close to them with a mask.
Well, I know. So
where's the fun?
So what do you miss? Where do you miss going?
I just miss socializing with people.
Yeah. What do you call this? We're socializing. I guess I'm not good enough. What am I, chopped liver over here?
We're part of the same bubble, residential bubble.
Cheers to that.
So our public might not know that.
Well, you're my neighbor. We're neighbors on Neighborhoodtv.
We share, in a sense, we share a common living area.
Yeah, this is true. For all of you guys out there who are wondering,
we're in the bubble.
We are. What do they call that? Common law? Is that what that is?
Not what I call it.
I'm trying to get in on his estate. I'm kidding. I'm not trying to get in on your estate. So when are we coming back here again?
Whenever you want me.
I don't. All the time, dude. We're always having a good time. Cheers to that. Well, I don't know. We could either wrap up the show now or take another.
Let's wrap it up and we'll come. How about next Saturday? We'll do another show.
Next Saturday, same time?
Yep.
Same channel?
Yeah, we can announce. We can take a gander at how the on-street drinking's going. And I do mean
sure.
drinking on the street.
We will give you guys an update. This guy's one of the perps. This guy's one of the perps. Actually, no, he's not. We're only joking. This show is entertainment purposes only.
Hopefully, the variant will be succeeding in fighting the variant off, but I have my doubts about that.
Well, stay tuned, guys. We are making some enhancements to Neighborhood TV this week. Maybe next Saturday. That's when we kick off the next live stream. Cheers, dude. We're going for 1,000 straight hours, 1,000 hours on Neighborhood TV. That's going to be our next live stream goal. So that'll take us over a month, and we're going to be rocking all summer long. Thanks very much, guys. This has been my neighbor Dale.
Cheers.
Much love, brother. Cheers, guys. We'll talk to you soon. It's a good show.
That was fun.
Yes. We'll see you guys
That was
next
a little
time.
bit more pointed. You know,
Woo! Well, practice makes perfect.
No, we're just playing around. We're just rehearsing. We're
Exactly.
we're doing rehearsals.
You haven't seen...
We're learning the craft. I'm learning the craft.
You haven't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen anything yet.
Just doing the dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
We're both in costume, so at least I am.
This is my costume, too.
I love the backdrop, though, and that makes the show.
It makes the show. Let's see that city. Love you guys. All right, guys. Just wanted to say thanks so much for watching this very special live stream. And I think we're going to kick off the 1,000-hour march next Saturday when we do the next episode of My Neighbor Dale. Look at Dale. You can see him right here. Hey, Dale, turn around and look into the camera. Look into that camera there. There he is. We'll see you guys next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. And as I was trying to say before, treat others the way you want to be treated. That's our promise to you. Thanks, guys. Much love.